and welcome to Paris. On this edition of the show, we look back at the Euro 2016. And even Neymar's lawyer came out and said, we know the money came from PSG, but we also don't know where the origin of the money is coming from as well. So now La Liga want to take their lawyers to court. They want to go to the tribunals. They want to try and make a big deal out of this, and they want to see if they can actually take any legal action against PSG at some time in the future.
TRT World Semra Hunter was on the sidelines of Tuesday's game.
Well, if you're a Real Madrid fan, then you're going home from the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium very happy tonight, and that's because they had a fantastic result in their first leg semi-final against city rivals Atletico Madrid.
TRT World's sports correspondent Semra Hunter is at the starting line. So, Semra, shall we just begin with what happened? Perfect timing. What happened on Saturday?
Well, yes, absolutely perfect timing indeed. The peloton is just taken off from the starting line. And the reason that it's so complicated and so confusing is that it comes back to the Beckham law, which was instituted back in 2005 by the Spanish government, which essentially said that any foreign player coming to Spain, they have the option to pay a flat rate of 24% of taxes, and any sort of offshore earnings would not be taxed in Spain as well. So let's talk about France for a minute. Of course, they did very well at the Euros last summer, coming just short of winning at the Euros, but what do you think they need to do to get the best out of this squad by the time they get to Russia, and how well do you see them doing that?
All the time the young team need time, they need more experience.
Okay, so of course we have to start with the best, and since we're right next to the water, we have to start with the fastest man in the water himself, Michael Phelps. Michael, thank you so much for speaking with us. Por supuesto tenemos que hablar un poco de Barcelona, de la temporada que están teniendo. ¿Puede ser el triplete este año? Aunque sea un poco complicada la liga de momento.
Complicado es, ganar un triplete es muy difícil, pero si un equipo lo puede hacer es el Barcelona.
Of course you've got Alexis Sanchez, everybody wanting to know whether he's going to leave Arsenal. He was meant to join Manchester City and join up again with Pep Guardiola from his Barcelona days, but it looks like that deal has fallen through now because it was hinging on Thomas Lemar joining from Monaco, but it looks like Lemar actually wants to go to Liverpool, so since there's no Lemar, there's no Sanchez leaving Arsenal, which is going to make him a very unhappy man indeed. It's the last day of the European Youth Olympic Festival, and since there are so many awesome sports to choose from, we want to give you an up-close and personal taste of what it's all about. So let's have a look, shall we? So I need you guys to use a little bit of imagination because the stadium is still quite a long ways off from actually being finished. This is the Lusail Stadium. This is where the opening and the final matches are going to be played for the World Cup. This column right here represents the center circle where the ball will be kicked off for that opening match and also for the final match as well. Entonces hay un dicho que dice que hay que matar al jugador dentro para ser un muy buen entrenador. Tú ya que estás preparando por esa nueva etapa, ¿tú estás de acuerdo con esto o cómo lo ves?
Bueno, yo creo que lo ves antes, ¿no?
Antalya has become one of the best destinations in the world for golf, and it's no wonder why when you look at these perfectly manicured greens, the fairways, and the weather. Of course, the weather is idyllic. It's warm, it's sunny, there's hardly any wind whatsoever, making perfect conditions for a low-scoring game for these golfers. And apart from that, it's the perfect time on the calendar as well, as the rest of Europe starts to wrap up warm for the winter. Right, Khan Kural, an absolute pleasure to have you here with me today, talking about the Final Four.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you to all of you who have been here with us throughout the show and for joining us, and we'll see you very soon.